Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rulings regarding wudu. Doubts. Different types of doubts that one can have regarding one's wudu are as follows. 1. Doubting whether one has performed wudu at all or not. If one doubts whether they have performed wudu or not, because they do not remember having performed it, they need to act based on the assumption that they have not performed it. 2. Doubting whether one has performed wudu in the middle of one's prayer. If one doubts whether they have performed wudu in the middle of their prayer, the obligatory precaution demands that they finish their prayer, then make wudu and re-perform their prayer. 3. Doubting whether one has performed wudu after one's prayer. If after performing one's prayer, one doubts whether they had performed wudu before it or not, their prayer is valid, but they need to perform the wudu again for the prayers to come. 4. Having doubts about one's wudu in the middle of performing it. If in the middle of performing wudu, one doubts whether they have performed some part of it correctly or not, they need to start again from the part that they have doubts about. 5. Doubting one's wudu after performing it. If after performing one's wudu, one doubts whether they have performed all parts of it, or whether they have performed its various parts correctly, or whether they have observed all the necessary conditions prior to wudu, they must not pay attention to their doubt. 6. Doubting whether one's wudu has been invalidated or not. A person who has performed wudu and now has doubts whether his wudu has been invalidated or not, they must act based on assumption that it has not been invalidated. 7. Doubts of a person who frequently doubts the validity of their wudu. If one frequently doubts whether they observe the necessary conditions for the wudu to be valid, such as doubting the purity of the water that they used, or doubting whether something existed on their skin that prevented water from reaching their skin, they must not pay any attention to their doubts, and they need to perform their wudu like other people. Institute for compiling and publishing the works of Ayatollah Mukarram Shirazi.